And I'm the Brian. Yeah, that's why we're Kessben 92.9. And I face with Kessben TV. Alive and in charge. Yatina say, getting seminar and a brewo. Jump have a lotion, Samuel Cancho say. What's around the prayer, Bibianco ye. Body no joint pain, Bibia. As an engineer, a patron mana, abdominal cramps, no AM headache, neck pain. And I face one more open wound, fractured bones. Arthritis for migraine. Yum herbal lotions, I mean, can't show us a mudro now, baby.
About to never cheat on you. And you know, I
Yum herbal lotion. And one echo. And one 82 pain. I need to know. Also, a company, sir. We therapy for massage. A yum herbal lotion, number to me, use one. Somebody, I had Sunday, dear Fata. I'm more clients. I don't know. May Bohu de Ram. Say yum herbal lotion, a drop papa. What would you ya fafa oboma so keke? For a fafa so the fafa so keke. Can't say me. What a fafa so be a bay fine. Yum herbal lotion. And one echo 0244 730 295 and up to 030 2945 146. And a yum herbal lotion. Who you swap? Be a bay come on. I mean, can't you say tape pam or tape pam. That will pay a entire pam. Will pay a school entire pam. A sorry entire no pam. Will pay a funeral, a year party, wedding. Make sure say tape pam or and where be an SME, Unyaofe, and Yaofe, tape pam near, or what I will see market on one or Papa, tell near, or see tape pam, your costume tailoring. The number is 02068 37738 02068 37738. Who bet me up pam, don't pay me a pam in my occasion. Weekend when you I try to check pamending come on. Baby never should be no, baby never gonna trip. That's when I make a choice. AA Sadiq Herbal Center. So make a choice of Flex on 600 herbal mixture. I want on Mamma Monsano yet to 9 any mubibia. What you want to get all you require. Answer that Enko Yero. Epacho, Munisu AA Sadiq Herbal Center. On my friend the Flex on 600 herbal mixture. A treaty sexual weaknesses. And I face elephant herbal mixture. And also boy my mom more power. And I face constipation. Most of when you're burning sensation in your waist. And the reggae for the back I say, ah wow. You see we are Epacho, elephant herbal mixture. And I also say Sadiq herbal powder. And also a bomber cocoa and I feel so power. To me a command. And I feel so elephant ointment. I show waist and I feel so body pain, backbone, rheumatism, swollen legs. Then I show my open the way to Ampacho, Kanshi drag lane, Kobidia Enterprise, Kings Walk Herbal, Drew Patch Herbal, Tenatet Herbal, Hello's Herbal, Okota Maso, a little George Pharmacy, Ashama Ekus Pharmacy, and Uncle Corsi, Hillside Pharmacy. Kumasi a Colina Herbal, Misty Herbal, Apidan Herbal, Freddie Mensko, and I face Mama Becky, or more Marie Johnson near Tobu to know a Honoman AA Sadiq Herbal Center forward. Numbers near 0244153511 and also says 057 997797. We'll check your time now about 7:42. Away Kessben 92.9. Meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah. Matinasi from now to 9:40 there. Many one about being common. You have share their coso. I will on my name and the coina. And then send a medical kayano. Yene a ora fellas quachi ofosu. Being common exclusively. Away Kessben 92.9. Na face Kessben TV. Mamu Facebook and also no. Kessben TV and I face Kessben 92.9. Mame kwa humano so ni enhyase ni ending komo enkomo eba bedie mejiri yese nra mamu tie news nyina na mote se yankasa ye mame tokono meka chief justice edin semi betu dwa oba the press conference akeka nsɛm ne bebree enti na no ye besua de a lawyer for ene ne omoba besua de enti no tewaso wo so hwe TV no so no tie na omo be biebie mu omo be dwidwemu mako me nyina yate ase de ma meni kan ye nyina wanti ne nyina no lawyers ne bedi ehun komo nyina amaye ba me kwa homa ne so na me ne menua bema lawyer Raymond Bedema or a law lecturer at CAF University me no ending komo na fe membra studio so ne bedi enkomo ene da lawyer for na ne no bedi enkomo intadisua na enene ye ba besua e wo fie hanum lawyer good morning and welcome. Hello?
Good morning, Kojo.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you too?
I'm okay. Not bad. We thank God we are alive.
Kojo, you know it is always a pleasure for me coming on your way every morning to talk about matters of law.
And it's a pleasure talking to you because you always make us learn.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Now let's go straight into the issues with CJ. Tell us. You listened to the press conference yesterday. Your overview of whatever she said. Can you tell us what it is with you when it comes to the press conference yesterday?
Kojo, let me say a very good morning to your cherished listeners and viewers as well. It is unfortunate for me the first statement by the embattled Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. I say it is a bit unfortunate because of the fact that she is the immediate head of the judiciary. And she ought to have the appreciation of the basic principles of procedures that are available to parties, to committees of the type that she is facing. And to the extent that she was the head of the judiciary, I feel that it is a bit unfortunate because, again, what she did also amounted to unconstitutionality because it is an affront of the Constitution that we all seek to uphold. What she did yesterday, where she seemed to have discussed into details the petition and her responses, for me, it is an affront to Article 146, Clause 8 of the 1992 Constitution, which provides for an in-camera hearing of the proceedings. And to that extent, I feel it is unfortunate.
Lawyer, to a layman, for us, we want to hear, we want to listen. For a layman, this is a woman who is seeing it as a political thing that is being done on her. This is we, the laymen, wanting to hear her side of the story. She's crying inside. Now she's coming out to tell we, the ordinary Ghanaian, what the issues are. And you are saying it is unconstitutional?
Yes, that is why I'm saying that if it were to be any ordinary citizen of Ghana, and not in her position as the Chief Justice, and of course being a lawyer, and having the understanding of the Constitution, that wouldn't be anything. I would say it is unfortunate. But the fact that she is a lawyer in the first place, and secondly, the immediate past head of the judiciary, to that extent, I think it is unfortunate because she delves into what is unconstitutional.
But if she feels that she's not getting the right response, she's not getting the right environment for her to be heard, what do you expect her to do? Which area again are we looking at for her to assess, to speak?
Kojo, are you seeking to state that the embattled Chief Justice is not getting justice in the court she headed?
Kessben 92.9.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I am asking, are you suggesting to me that she is not getting justice in the court which she headed? Is it that the courts are no longer doing justice? Or what is the justice we are talking about? And to what extent can the public give her justice? The public that she's running to, with greatest of respect to her, what will that give her? Can the justice be given by the people of Ghana, if not the court? Because in Article 125 of the 1992 Constitution, the only organization or institution that has the powers to adjudicate is the judiciary. And so if the judiciary is no longer giving you the justice that you deserve, then the country is not safe for us to live in. Is that a suggestion from the embattled Chief Justice of the Republic? And the answer should be no. And that is why I said it's quite unfortunate that he has taken the procedures he has adopted.
Some of the issues that she raised, I mean, if I recall, almost about 9 key areas that she raised, talking about the case transfers, talking about the travel expenses, talking about the Shining Star petition, talking about Supreme Court decisions, being collective and not her alone and all that. Now discussing the details of the petitions that are in front of the committee to look into some of these things. For me, I get worried when Chief Justice comes out to say that or caution her fellow justices to say that if this thing is not done well, they will not be free from political intimidation. What do you have to say about these?
But I don't think there is any political intimidation whatsoever. Again, this is the first time the Chief Justice is going through this procedure of the removal in the Republic. But this is not the first time Article 146 has been used to remove anybody. The fact that it is the first time the Chief Justice is going through this does not make it any different, because this same provision has been used over the period to remove justices of the Superior Court of Judicature. And even it has also been used to even remove a sitting electoral commissioner. And it is the same procedure that has been adopted. What is different now? Is it that what has been done to those people is not being done to her, or they are doing it different way? For me, if it is the same way that has been done to the people in the past, if the same way is being done to you, because we have not had any change in the legislation or the laws, then it is the same thing. And so no one should cry foul in this case, because this is what we have provided for ourselves, and this is what we have taken for as what the supreme law of the country. And so if the dictates of the supreme law of the country is being used in your removal, why then the cry? She has actually had what we call the accrued right under the Constitution. As it stands now, even if today there is a change in the Constitution, for her matter is already accrued under the old Constitution, and that will be what will be used to remove her. So as it stands here and now, until the provisions of the 1992 Constitution are changed, the law still remains the law.
If we have a Chief Justice who tells us, I mean, we the ordinary Ghanaians, that for instance, the lodge, Edu Lodge, where the venue for the hearing reminds her or linking it to the 1981 where her uncle, I mean, was even murdered. I mean, the judges and all that. Is it not something we need to take, I mean, into consideration, for instance?
No, I don't know. I think this is more emotional than law. This is more emotional than law. And in law, we don't deal with emotions. It is about what the law says. It is about what the law says. And I think that every law student or every lawyer should know this better, that it is about the law. And what are the provisions of the law? What are the criteria? What are the method or procedure that this committee have adopted in going through this? If that is what they have adopted, that should be it. And so it shouldn't be a matter of, then at a point in time, people will begin to say that where they are taking me, the court they are taking me to, because maybe I've ever lost a case there, or because my relative has been done, something has been done to my relative in that court, then I will not go to that court. I should be taken to another court for a hearing.
But is it not more psychological? Because here's a case where you try me, probably you want to listen to me, a committee
is supposed to go and answer or give response to the petition that is brought against her. So it is not about her uncle that has passed. It is about what has been alleged against her. She should go and provide to the committee what she thought. The responses that she was giving yesterday to the general public, she should go and give them to the committee. And if the committee thinks that she has not responded enough, for which reason they will remove her, and she thinks that is against her right, she can go and seek for redress in court of competent jurisdiction, which she was once the head. And that she knows at the time when she was the head that the court do nothing but to give justice to the people. She will seek justice over there and not run to the public opinion, to public court, where you come and people may pass their sentiments, but sentiments are not law. I remember strongly that she was the one who told the whole Ghanaian people that the law is the law and nothing more. And it remains the law.
What do you make of the issue of where she claims she's being denied access to petitions that are against her? I mean, you heard her.
Kojo, that again is a bit contradictory, because this is the same person who told us with greatest respect to her that she has responded to matters in that those petitions. Now, if you don't have the benefit of reading the petition, will you have the benefit of responding to them? What was she responding to when she did not? And even she even went ahead again in her press conference also to address some of the issues that were alleged or that were petitioned or upon.
But is she wrong? Is she wrong in requesting that, for instance, committee, this is what you have. I want to see whether what I have is equally the same.
Wrong. It is absolutely not wrong. And I don't think it is also wrong to say that you have it, it is with you, the president has given it to you, what the president has given also to you. Unless, of course, she will tell us that she has misplaced that one. And for that matter, she should be furnished with another. I don't know if you get my point, because this is something that she has responded on, and she has come out to actually discuss the petition and the responses that she has given. If the petition is not made available to her, how would she be able to respond to it? Can you be able to respond to something you don't know about? So for me, I think that is unfolded and uncalled for. There's nothing to say. Maybe her rights have been abused, because she has had the opportunity to respond on things. If she doesn't have the benefit of reading through, will she be able to respond on it? The answer is no. So that is a bit contradictory to say that you were not giving the petition. Then I don't know how she was able to answer or give response to the petitioners.
Let me end this one by asking you, looking at all the issues that Chief Justice raised yesterday, talking about the petitions and the things that I did say earlier. Some are saying that the petition, if this is true, if this is what is on the table, is it not too weak a petition to take, a Chief Justice off?
Well, again, I sincerely do not have the benefit of reading the petition.
Okay.
Anything I will say now will be based on what I heard her say. Right? And for me, that will not be enough to give a better perspective to it. Our cherished listeners are to be educated on matters of what I have full knowledge of and I can be able to speak to. I wouldn't be able to give opinion on thing or talk on to a matter that I don't have full knowledge about. And to that extent, I think I will refrain from commenting on whether or not there is any merit of the petition. And again, the Constitution also makes it clear that this procedure ought to be in camera. So to that extent, I feel that we should wait when everything is said and done and matters are brought to the public domain and we all have the benefit of reading and appreciating better, we will be able to judge and we will be able to give our commentary that will be an informed decision and not necessarily by speculating.
Very well. Thank you, lawyer. And it's a pleasure talking to you this morning, as always.
It's always a pleasure being on your show. Have a good morning.
You too. Lawyer Raymond Bedema and no Eddie Nkomo, a law lecturer at CAF University. And I need Nkomo Efa Nkomodia a Chief Justice a day a two dra and ra area okika nsem nina no. There were too many issues, but at least by 9 dear you bet to me off track, they bet to me achechi munina amount. No din come fa the travel expenses in one ye day abon kwedu de abon so we misuse public funds and then the bushing for to kwine say you kunu say na yire what dey to kwine or no odi hu enkomo transfer of cases and also odi hu komo one petitioner ora Daniel Ofori the betu just say the transfer of cases be oye na improper ora Chief Justice and I say mama Chief Justice say things like this, you know, and a collective and yeah onom kwa ne tumi yes a decision administrative eteki and I feel so okodi nkomo efa staff na ye terminate your ye fi bebe omo ye adwuma meka judiciary honom no say no de disciplinary committee and procedure wo honom a sebio ye de hwe ema sanema ne nyina no etumi ekọ na eno kra no answer no beba no almost 2015 there about no na omaye bia omaye transfers ni bi ne looking at mo discipline committee no etumi ehwama and workers ni bi no etumi atenetene no na omaye deda enti no so de so bonus wa enya dia obe epne so ebi wo ho say Supreme Court decisions ene nemo mu take nyina no eno no enyo no nko a ene take those decisions ni to sa kwedu no so bono a enya dia se fata se wo de bono company be a friend no ye Shining Star petition almost petition ye Shining Star almost petition say ne speaker in sama e court no wan shada antena ho anyinu ho anhwe ne yie o se no so no enya no cresa full bench and a tenor say share ma sane manu nyina etumi ekọ so etumi di speaker asem na ba eye court no na ensem ne de oda to ho bebre o se empokra no bebia sebio ye tie na asem no kra no eye edu lodge honom no o se obibroni be kan symbol of fear esane se bebia omo ya no ma no kai eye enema bi esisi ye ne wofa no ye judge ye kunu oka eye old castle de wo su ho no so ho no mo ye hearing no obisa questions ayin bia mo de eye hearing no ekọ ho na mama makuma atu mama feeling insecure say me ho enya me yi ana asede mo bo me hu enti oho na mo de ade no asem no ekọ ana se de yen no eye ba ko so a otumi erezi ya ye bedi hu enkomo bebre wo fie hanom ko lawyer atenase na edi nkomo na ebesua de yie pa. And then there are too many other issues already ya you for say and then on you bet to me edi hu enkomo enra mame justice ye tokonu edi nkomo no bebre na manhwe na moso mantina fei na mbese mutie na mo hwe no so no e wo Kessben TV na face Kessben 92.9 na face Kessben TV on Facebook no ye hwe na ye ntie no nsema okan ni bi.
Is an allegation that I failed to retire accountable interest of $14,000 when I traveled. When I did retire that accountable interest 2 days after I returned from my journey, I was given $14,000. I could only spend $4,400 and I returned $9,600 2 days after I returned from Ghana, from my journey. And so I knew that it was necessary that the issues being thrown around as petitions against me needed to get into the public space. I swore to a supplementary affidavit alerting the Supreme Court also of human rights violations that I had started encountering when I went to the Article 146 hearings. However, the members of the Supreme Court that heard the application refused my application for the hearing in open, and they also struck out the supplementary affidavit at the request of the Attorney General. I have decided to make this statement today because the violations have not stopped. Indeed, they have escalated beyond anything I could have imagined as possible in justice delivery. These violations include the committee's refusal, in breach of the rules of natural justice, to recognize my lawyer on the first day of proceedings, simply because I was not personally present with him. And they went ahead to make arrangements for the hearing without involving my lawyer while he was sitting in front of them. The committee has also failed to indicate the specific charges that I'm supposed to be defending myself against in order to allow me to adequately prepare a defense to the charges. The committee has gone on to permit two of the petitioners, Mr. Daniel Ofori and Shining Stars, not to testify at all or present what case they brought to them at the hearing. The committee has refused to allow me to go into the hearing with any family member. Before you enter, there's a thorough search of my body and my handbag in violation of protocols and courtesies extended to any Chief Justice, which protocols and courtesies are honored in the name of the nation, both in Ghana.
Okay, enti Chief Justice Tokonum and Moten and Canese Oka ensem bi any issues na senior ekoye no eno ho komo enana odi enra yeso yabobi ama weti no me me kai no ye na lawyer for obedi nkomo ti lawyers abade ene menisiga nyina ebesua de ne eti lawyers no na head omo so mo kana fe street lawyers te say ziga ne yen so no yeso de efili no yeso ye beka na fe ehu de ekọ but ye ne Felix Ofosu-Kwakye edi enkomo efa eye Supreme Court any issues that has to do with Chief Justice and Semiana or de to Janom suspended Chief Justice no edi enkomo no odi enkomo sisi no edi enkomo efa ho okansen bebre no edi enkomo ekwachi ebisa de ekọ nyina even what is really truly the issues in our face, whether say a political and also say a political. Yane nidi in common in some dear. Felix Ofosu-Kwakye or spokesperson to president in our face or communication a buying make government what can send be brave. Yentie me a interviewer no exclusive on Kessben TV, Kessben 92.9. And our face Kessben TV on Facebook. Let me show now Parliament today concerning the approval of 7 justices normal court, Supreme Court. The issue of minorities the and as approval no ejaholo. Cancel the one reasons in the brace faculty council na mo park and ma suspend the Chief Justice and political and the more you know more will be better a nice way of getting and make Chief Justice out in terms of Nejuma or and all that it's too political into more and supporting. Oh, James.
Before I can say which is who are in the now, but as a baby and yours as you are which many as I say, no, dear. And I said, you say, what's it? 7 pages. When you're which you have number. 8 room of us said to the number of fire, no one can actually add a number. It's before brown over. Almost so much you go, and so many back. Only as I say, and so many people to me. Only to food to me, and so many as I say now. I'm going to feel by Ayaka. Almost so much cheaper now. That's what you find a young man. Now has a month shot here, but now I'm moving. So by a modern anymore. Oh, what then? Now a man among the person of me a power a year and a waffle. If you call high reference Superior Courts, High Courts, and those for the Supreme Courts. Now, if I am will be doing film watching over or power. High Court judges and my own or ha and it do 113 high court judges or power appeals court judges and Makuma 48 in the 9 option and a Supreme Court judges and Makuma 15 room. Who can in Albuma a year 176 a year or honey it was soon seen. Say, what check a year if you were showing my business, which is a few power judges 22 over the 8 years. It's a man saying that I'm a poor, the firm one people. Mabel Naso and Ghana. So, say, my power judges 176. Lemon, or my baby by no power judges 7, I must say, a packet. Metia say, oh, so I am before so by the Metia say, go that's my make. Say, man, can year, you must take. And before she packet, on which you say, my sister judges the you will court. And this are some of you and I guess some person who check. Yeah. It's not the same this I said. All power, Nipa 176. Say, on mayor judges. Not a packet. And I said a Lucy. It's a matter of being mamma, your power 7 a year packet. No, almost 176. I guess it be a name, check or be our MPP, parliamentary candidates. I will always was a giver. Will Gina, but I guess if you are MPP near or party national media or take if it's or wow, when you knew, it would not about one do. On my opinion, for a year high court judge, straight from law practice. But by a high court judge, any new answer and on the local Supreme Court. I think we had about 18 months straight to Supreme Court. One back to Supreme Court streets. Meanwhile, almost say, almost say, you did after the court Supreme Court. Justice Jamefe, I can't be pension, your home and say, I married you too. What's not appeals court 15 years? Why a judge by any furious? I am chairman of Regional Tribunal and Yaki. Who got appeals court now? Only the longest serving judge. It's Justice Joe and I do. Only within a matter of 1.5 years, which we fee law practice by a Supreme Court judge. Nemo Justice Jamefa, what's now 15 years a year by a Supreme Court judge. And before, meaning constituency chairman, MPP constituency chairman, or my high court Jackson. Meaning, will be a now or a Nana lawyer or can't lawyer, sir. A time now for the chief, there was a case on the Supreme Court of the 2016 election. I know yet appeals court judge. Make me a judges, we knew so many MPP before, Kefe, May 15. I don't know appeals court and Supreme Court. But I could be our appeals court today. A baby train one. We will can't say we are not any prefer. No, I'm telling you, I'm never my passion. Or to me by Facebook. I bet you as me and the end this in the so I said, maybe I some court. And to me, said we end this in here, which be there some court. Until we got this out. Send me and this in here, and I make one. I think we'll be in so MPP, that don't call appeals court, or appeals court, other high court judges are only MPP for all social media now, almost all different MPP. For that, some constituency American, you don't know what's not studio. And yet another second baby MPP for about no, MPP. That's why you're high court judge. Yet, most of my a year said, Denisa, Obiadi to say, Unimumra, now what she are dear, law school, why a judge? Becco by inferiors, man and call appeals courts. Lemon guesses, Jawudia, which is on fee. Private legal practice, Supreme Court within a matter of 18 months to 2 years. It has no more than 7 periods. And possible. It's 7 and possible. And I feel so. And now, so what's your almost you? Only 2 said in Benifua. Your power, Omunumuti, Omunumra. And as the idea was on my attention. Almost nobody now, a family. That's what San said. Almost say a packing tea. Almost to ability. Almost to ability. But now you never go a book on the issue. To me, Emma, in Penifua, be a share of better. It will say, be good money. It's a natural yet. On a much room. and then before you.
But there's a feeling say more person will control judiciary.
How? Omo appointed paper was Mr. Omo appointed judges 70. Supreme Court judges 15 and control judiciary. 7 million control judiciary. I said we are touched. Waba abes sending 176 the whole Ghana judiciary. I don't know if you have one control judiciary. Let's hear by now your power 7 year you control judiciary. Since 2001, NBC President Bianya appointed Supreme Court Judge, Chief Justice. President Bufo appointed Chief Justice. President Bufo appointed Chief Justice. So said President Mills, President Mahama, the first camera, Oma appointed Chief Justice. The NBC since in 24 years, he appointed Chief Justice. It is the case of big control judiciary. When between NBC and people, appointed Chief Justice, and young appointed one that control judiciary. In terms of numbers, the Padopo of the Court, MPP, in the 16 years, on the new mention, appointed more judges than NBC the same 16-year period. Seven periods, Ubia 1 year MPP. 7 periods, I have a dream bar, who didn't crack. It's really maybe I know that some kind of so I'm not kind of.
Within the issue of the suspension of the Chief Justice coming in and all that, they feel that it's political.
How is it political?
Well,
political is a winning way. Sabi, say, I'm not a we are more as you give none of it. I'm not, and you are going to be near as Santa. It actually say, maybe at some point, would you rap, yes. Say, would you send periods, and son, about it, studio. I hear program or if you are a say, we can't some more actually. And your rap, I guess I should be so very trusting. Besides, yes, I know who will do not a draw away and who will so, Ghana, naturally say, opening Pia, your power said, but yet no, if you man the mean, I was to go about Chief Justice. Said, the good not sending no one, I can't afford it. I'm not that. Until the year back, who knew me as we said, we are. I'll see a young issue. Now, you must your quite young, the first year, our constitution, the Chelsea and Faso. And after you show no say, no crack, a better mason. It will not if us. It's a 1 minute one day. Say, or you need Siagana, our constitution now. Who went to meet it? A year in Krata, up and down parliament. Say, we know so of a now, I found you by any motion or some ideas in Tunisian. Parliament that's nothing. You are too abandoned to text, and to say, and I achieve movies, and then me, and it was on my opinion, the wire and then you will pay the first way to be okay. The same is three conference and the Chief Justice. Chief Justice, the Omacas, so we did at the Ambassador and I said, back, and now the queer Chief Justice said, why ever could you do this? And into suicide on self, that's all that's the Chief Justice. Therefore, a crime is the church of my Peninsula Sacrata. I was on the Council of State, a dream was said. The Boniface, the Prime Officer said, as someone, the Pamela time, on my Peninsula, in a swoop or so, and I tossed to poor son. Yet to me, 8 to 1. Exactly, Tiana, Obiabasa, shed a airport. Young women also say, if it is a no Nipan, the Banya, the so. No one said Nipan the back, nor say a fita. Also, she was said a fita a hopposaki. Now, Yashana is near that Cosa fita and said that soon as you and the young man in the foie a pump set. And can't say, Papa said, it is a cocoa. Somebody bassa pack a fita and you're not Nipan Udika. Somebody must not say a sicapocoa. And then anyone as some kind of continue to move. It's a free big prima facie. Into a penny council of state, that's not say, okay. The panel, I say, Chief Justice, and me, ya war in Prempy and anyway. No, so Baba. But the man here can't in this. Say, we are some kind of Kodoma Chief Justice. Wakama say, Sikabia, a 1,000 citizens at Kessben, 1 na anu ye wo ne de ansa na hwa ase o si o obi de 1000 na wo mmere ko to nsuo e de bread e bi ko se e ya dia ya to nsuo de bread ko o sa o ki ene na pawo aso ko so mo hwe sa ba sa wo de to nsuo na wo so to me de anu ye ba sa we nya no bread da se bi ka prepare me di nsa ena se me Kessben pra me nye dwuma wo obi enim se me nye dwuma wo nti 1000 no e me di nsa well enya na there's no prima facie, there's no basis yes you want say pass we get what then na say dey aha then mo so we are no say wo am pack be 1000 then mo be to nsu a e say hwem say pass wo ni to nsu a it was what you had to say 1000 be nti ano mo anse be na hwem say e paw ko mo hwem nti sa pepe ye prima facie ni wi ni wo so enyina so kakra ko na no ye odi aba no e hye da eni asem na no papa se ne hwehwe na o ma beni no onte ko a eye agye de beni fo so ko so mu nyenu ba ko be dwentimi okay ni apa bi pa be ye Niger another Supreme Court judge ka say omonye sa hwehwe so amonye be tu da say asem na ni na so a ye bobo omoka sa asem no na so eni nti so say chief justice no watoto me ma ya asenti eni mfi ade so a o ma beni ni twaka bi yawo se obeye de eduma ko naka ansa na obeye nhwemu o ma beni no se council of two of say yan man chief justice no kwot na enchen ni enye nhwemu a obeye eduma this am be na so
okay enti Fales Kwachi Ofosu and no edi and komono concerning CJ na face even the 7 justices are approval more parliament no and also the take on it and or the aban on so achechire mu ama senior MSC air kono on the force enye political na mra no na omampanyini e de adwuma no mewo lawyer Kobi Amwa or ye law lecturer e wo fie hanom se na me kan na ye besua de ye pa enti na ye nyina ye ba fom te ma me papa se na betia se me nim se watetia se o ye keka na chief justice na ye see ye na ye say aye den na ma me waka papa waka otototro mu tie me wadu shop so tie me and the lawyer wa ha obekiriki ni nyina mu ama ona bibia etumi akoyie obetumi the WhatsApp messages no so abremo 0550596929 and afi so test no 0550567929 ma men kan ba ko miedi bi wo ha na afi me ne lawyer en shase ni ndi enkomo we efi apre abeku and ode about say can the chief justice seek international court assistance should she be satisfied with the report of the committee and no and ode abaloya wa hantini bebisa no na fi ya hwe de call. This one is coming from Jones Mansu Tonton Krom. Jones bibia boko de me sure say umpom den Jones Mansu Tonton Krom for so obia ehun ye. I say, I am surprised of CJ why she leaked the section 146. Maybe she wants to cover incoming cases from AG, Abba, or no so Nidia or the Eba, no. Mami can we Enfi Johnson all the way from Takrade. Or say the Supreme Court justice interprets the Constitution. What is this teacher telling us? The Chief Justice and her colleagues know the law better. This lecturer should not deceive us. Or no so Nadia or the Ebaye no. I'm still waiting for all of them. I'm more Facebook and so making kind nina amam when I get there na more messages in what making kind nina mamonafi ye who dear echo any dear airben lawyer Kobi Amwa I ready. You be doing come after Chief Justice and any issues and then other matters of importance to the country. You be doing who enko more. Lawyer be about there.
I'm not done.
Lawyer for the quote they say bending. Quick one. Now Obi bisa say so if Twari is it Twari the military man is calling say Sebi in Sakaye Emra omo honum in terms of muniema na mo hye no apparel no mo hye na mo de court into wig no mu and all that. Minimum Otia, your take on that. Is this something that we need to look at?
Oh, my titi baby, I think that Obiani do believe it. Ghana ha. Sometimes my colleagues in Boka no more some say be. And also the man, and also soon be a the bedroom anymore. Who say we a lawyer ni.
Okay.
I mean, I was also trained partly in the US. On the quarter. Lawyer she suit. It's why we should be the lawyer in our she suit. It's a fair lawyer now. What's the name of one kasa every crown who difference.
Oh, okay.
But to be fair, say we shall we get down now and man say I'm the lawyers who did it cheap.
Well, what dear.
Because maybe your name my clients be called courts now. You're on courts no. Sada na yin ayo cases in seeing any pabe for the koi. Now who in the panano so why I also name between manson. Only manson tree and I may back what time lawyer somebody make 4455 over lawyer back up obi ade dey say be obi say sunsumo obi feel say
ohun apparel no who say no.
Oh yes.
A lawyer saying
that SI 5 no kwade na say you kuno kra
who say
obi feel this say a relic of colonialism.
Exactly.
I mean obi ade dey believe it, but sometimes so who say na my distinguish here won say suit here she kra na nye there see you know me can Africa we are now. I mean obi ade ideas. I think that we can there sometimes I need to be one more
sir
the bo ho court be ho now court especially lower courts the show courts be are 18 ho e she judge be Christmas here one runner yen kai asem na e hu so be e bre
wow
so at the point in time na weeks no more brand no kakra nya case be na
and then
but I think when Justice Sophia Kufu came if I'm right on my honor the that practice direction be say
fine
there be on Kenya
okay
your works in court
okay all right Kobi yeni komo yenim say ye maame Justice Tokonu eko eye obi beka cases bim ye nyina ya tete bia kama na ye hu se ne nema esi eko me maame otie me person otie ase ye see Chief Justice wa ye den.
So I think say me hu a couple of petitions are circulating around na emremu no article 146 procedure no
146 na when constitution
okay constitution no article it was 146
okay
and a chair kwan say obi a judge of a superior court, high court or court of appeal or supreme court and obi a chief justice and obi was certain an august position to say electoral commissioner you know the emremu no that process ni a secret into a petition no who dey why o can the papa mu kra dey a Kenya dey anke ba abonten dey nyina enim so ya sha ase ye saka bibi ye ko hwehwem ihwehwem bibi awie na esi yi na ya ba abonten abeka se ebe yi no iti ye huhu bi nyoma ne bi ene nyoma na akeka ne bi wo social media bi mo se ba ku bi ko tu kwan na kwan tuo no em se ehun sikasem ne nkonta na ese oba obebu no wembu ni ye de mehu ba ku bi ko aso che se na ese nko tu kwan so ne security ena ekoba em so okono ode ne ba ene koye na say kwa de ba ku mbeka ka ho is in relation to almost say some contracts via famra kwa mu ne ade titi bi but because of a secret process no say we mu potin ena ye de abo manim ene we mu potin e ka ho asem no a bit difficult to comment on it because we can't even be too sure that these are the actual petitions before the tribunal. So now I'll tell my men on no cracker say on no crave you can be cry no or tribunal now on no cry sure the import cry if ya can't want them.
Because say we Chief Justice na unim say sa article 146 ya woken ye bibi sa na ye kukwom asem ene ye ka now to me begina bedroom na o de petition na ukra unim say enya dia ewa bontene e was secret I mean mo amontena se na mo hwe na obekeka no obi beka ese fata say bibi sa bekoso sa
Marjorie Mudie. So no one cry now can say there are a lot of human rights violations believe you say what violation of this or my infringement on her rights and I say you maybe who believes I ain't or person no one challenge it. In fact them also shall say cry what challenge it or high courts say courts in dinasem emano and maybe they say you can say constitution they can say be secret. So I think say I don't think a processor or man any ko no here now or can hear because press conference no here no it may not service yes what my man for who answer but constitution process now can say a secret and now omo can say be o my AB ni see no because it's secret no so no you can't afford them the opportunity say tribunal and home so me yan no it I say akoye say ba for na aka na asem but say omo members of tribunal no so no yent me ntie omo ka ebi omo tibe ka say enya no cre analysis ni see analysis say because it's a secret process no they won't be afforded that opportunity but and also interest say bia ma me no feel say bibi nkoye or challenge it. And I'm believe say rightly so why yet through the court process because Ghana no high court na or ho akwanya say o feel say human rights be no ya ntutu ni and ya brain ase a utimi ko challenge it. It's meaning the kamisusu emu the same command ka ho than say obey a press conference no however we imran so the individual and what she's going through say a whole chief justice now it is such a process AU now man for the radio so especially say a secret no obi hobby or radio so no maybe and children and I'm not children confirm because you have to commentary baby they said yes yet KPD na ye kase mami obi so akọ discourse obi so akọ say yo e be dey na ye come asem na ye post mo pictures esa na sometimes no o nipa why lawyer 38 years but o nipa the first na obi before so lawyer no nipa before so judge no nipa o judge ko da so nipa nti be ya say e bia nyoma bia o feel say entisa na amanfo keka wo wi na ye kase why say nti e bi wo ho a sometimes no obepe say obeba abontina ni also abeka wa asem na man for atibi cause my me say I'm sorry say na ade nyina no ya sorry pay ni ade ti so feel say ni o maybe nkoyi a e bia e no be force ne say o me chirichirim but me de me feel say camera kwa mu pa de a kenye sa na say nkeba but so hwe no as a whole na hwe the kind of emotional trauma ni ade a o go through maybe she was compelled to do that.
Do you think say the why the institution so be breno when okushia in for again in secrecy because it's funny where she is also calling for saying yen open it will be say when the mumran say 146 and say yen secret also so say yen open na obia ehumbi I say on the mumran so opeso odana na and I said there yenti ase
me dear and man there is clear is that such a process no again in camera and we know we can see in camera no say you trying TV so and I'm today in camera no say yen see yen out of sight of everybody yen see na say me share mrano na me kind cases say wo ho na hwe emrano susu yemu a yen in camera say e be protect enya maame no keke and I said the individual but judiciary di nyina no say baby a nyina wonya asema ye de ko Ghana ha bibia no sometimes if you say the last place bibia say abenya justice
no correct
nti ho no ye be pepe ho sem bebre e ma public na as be a public no ka no confidence ye benya in our judicial process no it's betimi ate obi so believe say ye pay say ye be an public no be able say we ni wom e no kra so next time no e be mo be ehun say we ye judge na wa anya bibi say ye do ba abontin a enim glase kese e na beba ba me mran say this mran sisi an say sisi an dey me susu ye mo na mente ase dey enchre say e say bibi a public however me dey me primary belief pa this article 146 no kra no said dey mran a hye no and share ntwe First of all, Osha Article 146 now. And it's the Constitution. A very easy say. Obi a president, no it's in a book. So be Chief Justice obey me, you know. Because Zio, me a president, no it's me Chief Justice. The process, they say, do me here so be the petition by Bremy. Now so be the petition in Bremy. Now me they sort of state I drink who say you'll be a friend of prima facie case. Prima facie no, it and say you ain't asem now on back rock no. Even before say you be deep investigation, you be shame Kessben. You ain't asem say in some your moke say no cry na say you me ehwehwem na e kire say no cry eto asuma na. Obi wet ba be ka asem bia ma na bia asem no. Ohwehwem kwa akire cry na on back room bumre bia so. Tell no ni so how won call for me committee. Every way still be our time because Chief Justice they are a serious business.
Okay.
It's prima facie is say what I say about how there. You say same way and the clear nya same bia. It's a honest ehwehwem right from the beginning. It's later mo say hey, I say way dey be ani susun. Say tie ni ehwehwem na investigate mu here. I want to set up committee. Constitution which say president na appointed committee. President you too. If you Supreme Court. That's in the case of Chief Justice. Now where he sebe yo nipa ama nyama frafra bia o man for me ensa bia mpanyifo me ensa bi aka no ho omuko no feel say o my investigation Chief Justice naba obeka na num sem obi on so na asem bia obeka na num sem na ya hwe we nyina awie na yehu say de wom no de ese onipa kro no or na Chief Justice no o meet the three yeah we are stated misbehavior so why boni kese bi and I say incompetence and I say oh yeah say no the edru no ontimi ento na adwuma so bi ma ye no it becomes a very easy process so be a president no react also say akwai dem pen as my Chief Justice so me ni dia me no and it's think na aka ho na say ama asem na kese because what your background story na Ukraine before election or last year, I said there was a lot of constitutional cases that go to Supreme Court.
Yeah.
We see unanimous FCO, we see Supreme Court, President Akufo-Addo there, we see Akufo-Addo now appoint to me now. So a lot of suspicions in your mind build there, you know. It looked like the Supreme Court was being pitched against a political party.
Yeah.
You see to me, in fact, because I say, if you video be a president, Mahama na akra be na no kind during the campaign say. I say yenya I say President Akufo-Addo na appoint to obi na omoye ne bedin na ne crowd for so nya ready means all kind of video na okay be bisa nti afi no ba na go through this process say be o say petition no merit wo mkra na oni pa crowd dey asem oba no o believe say you are not going through the right process just because you want to go through the process but person you know ain't na modi motivation your be nyina echi na eba enti suspicions na won nsem ne mo no kra na eye mo ni nyina na asa ama ho nsem bebre say apie okwa kro bi to say United States say person e Chief Justice and I say Justice of the Supreme Court a very big process ekwa go to the two chambers of their parliament or of the Congress. Ghana has say no maybe they come susu emu say I say constitutional review committee for your major. Na say the new ministry ko me believe say e ade ba ko say ehwe pa na e kan ye. Me feel say to remove the Chief Justice no. After that process, first process of determination by president's new committee no. And can some parliament. Na ye hwe be parliamentarians in to so aba e be 2/3 and 3/4. Ye to so aba hu say we die committee recommendation abai parliament ya giatum na ye hwe recommendation ya giatum say ye be yin ampa
na ukakoshe parliament ya aye majority and minority would you get that
so
that
attention no when you 2/3 now it means that how many times na Ghana parliament one party nya more than 2/3 and they be bit mass and pgm 3/4 it means that there is bipartisan to remove a Chief Justice no. There is bipartisan support. Now, I'm say as a party could be, and for political reasons, you could each Chief Justice because some common in as I'm Ghana for you reduce even the whole work of the judiciary to constitutional and politically motivated matters.
And then can maybe be so because that is how we are seeing it.
But social judiciary, you can't do more. If we have constitutional matters, politically motivated matters, no. Statistics, if we are about 2%. Yes, some land issues, yes, some criminal issues in your judiciary and political issues, they can carry. Today be a suspicion, a commentary, be no acquiesce as a what is Supreme Court, constitutional politics and one of but way beyond that. Oh, it's been a me feel this, especially now, Constitutional Review Committee in Jumano. Professor H. Kwesi Prempemo, Obise Charlotte said she's going through this process. I know she was not happy with the process. It's almost saying it to me, push say the process of removal of the Chief Justice. No, I see a shame, maybe my parliament, even appointments, crown. I see a shame, maybe I see be a president, unanimous FC because president appointed you. President Kufuor say sometimes. Especially for the Supreme Court, would say a commentary. I believe that we are being unfair to him. Why? Almost all the justices retired under his tenure.
Okay.
If you actually numbers now, the car home from Robert to maybe 2 bin Abeka home. But almost Obia retired during his tenure. Obi retired, so I see you please, but if you have the process of appointment in Ukraine, if you have parliamentary approval, if you have no crown, you may mukakra. And maybe a no be 2/3. Say you need some bipartisan support to be able to go through the process. Into hono, some politicization, so be a politically inclined kakra. Still no, you need the buy-in of the other group of people or the other party in power, both the parties in power and opposition, to be able to sail through. Yeah, I understand. We won't say the next government is better. Maybe Chief Justice they could be question no create merit for more. But the next government ever feel say Oba you Chief Justice be any susu say nipa. Say yes be for the Chief Justice about the Chief Justice say.
Is that what is going to happen now? Because clearly when I listened to her yesterday, when she did mention say judges omunya careful and yes I do not be free from this what she said, free from political intimidation. Now it is more becoming like obia buying aba. After the obi IGP and obi CEOs, what it means is that say na yenka say in see, but say now can say to the stream na say fan say ye Chief Justice to kono say the one who comes, what is the probability that when the other government comes into power, then it becomes political. Then it becomes more like reducing it to.
That is one thing that we should always prevent. Well, politicization of the judiciary doesn't help. Obi to say, Justice Dennis, you're appointing and saying, Obi our law school, be our chair, and Obi our encounter, or the credentials by Krano, Obi our getting padinda, Obi I think either one of the two, ICC or ICJ, or Komokrana, or we appointment of judges. Judges for Kuku or Ghana Krano. Were this president or these 2 terms more than qualified to be a Supreme Court judge, but because of be suspected say be our party and a party B, the appointment till now because we feel say be oba the bidding of one party. It's one thing that we have to disagree because judges no crown court on as I said. Political issues or political relevance or more 2%. Maybe the Nyamiadum, I had the opportunity to work with the Supreme Court Kaka. Now Justice Marfosa out here said through my law school, not my law school extension, I'm a clerk.
Okay.
Especially even in the last election petitioner, President Mahama at the court, and I saw the workings of the courts and who say, "Your market are politically sensitive, no, crazy." Oh, it's so they be on the contained as I say. Politics in one the Supreme Court in the year be politics are emboa cra. It's not me per se to say going forward, especially with this constitutional committee, you're setting up a system both appointments and removal of a justice should have some level of bipartisan support.
Okay. All right. Meba answer na meneziga bidding komo no me wo be question ba ko bia maybe answer ya ko hono but my main kind way emfi Facebook mo Facebook no mo messages no mo fambra Kessben TV so mo so mo hwe sisi an mo hwe law lecturer Kobi amwa no mo fa mo questions ni nyina mbra na mimbisa ma Musa Abatwa on Facebook or say the suspended Chief Justice appears to be a bit I mean but for also or seeking for public sympathy and a distraction from the ongoing probe. Please talk no the by horse. Linking her situation to the 1982 murder of judges is irrelevant. And if that logic held, Charlotte Osei could have also held a public cry when she was removed. Let due process work. No matter how many noise you make, the law is the law. And you know, they are also at the abandon. Paulus, that's also joining Facebook, and then Sai Kofi Pius, or say blah 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 blah. Okay, this word I can't use it. Okay, this is too strong a word that I would love to say on radio. Kojo on Facebook or say the law is the law. She is not fit to be the CJ of the country. Indeed, God has saved our country from the evil MPP. Or also Nadia or the Ebai on Facebook. Or the Ebai, no. Now, there's another one here from Okan or say, good morning. I am Okan from Senate West District. Okan, Bibia Bokodie. Or say the politics surrounding the removal of the Chief Justice sets a very bad precedent for our country's democracy. And at the same time, is worrying how LGBT plus individuals are boldly displaying acts like kissing in public spaces, something that goes against our values. I remember how Honorable Sam George strongly opposed this when he was in opposition. But now, things seem to be changing. And also, Nadia or de Abba. And then, last time before I met call a mask on my back Ziga Honomono. I say good morning. I am Ben from Takwa. I say the CJ should tell us that the petition against her is wrong. Simplicity and no and also Eka Ewa Hadam 8:45 is the time. Ewa ye Kessben 92.9 and after so Kessben TV Mama Show TV the Mubibia. Good morning. Your name lawyer. Law lecturer, lawyer Kobi Amwa, and I want my year komo. Ziga Suaha, you never didn't come on, and you never pon ye. You never didn't come on, near share the echo when it comes to a Chief Justice and after so other matters. You be dinning now and come on, Ufia, and by me any come on near ne a year, a mass confounding commona, your bar, Ziga, at the Ziga stick, you know, at the Betwaso, am I? You must come be about there. Oh, Nyamia drum a jabibia bokona manswe. The radio says you are here. You are fine, you be for cool hearted Diana. Me nkonya no kra. No am de na Matthias here. Yanko. Yo, me da say ebusion for yamfa encha sonko a emodrum free Imascon Estate Ghana Limited asye na ena no pay baby biata wo hwe yen ene baby bia wutie yen afidi kase asu yamfa nche mrew na ya che wawie no yempa ba ye srefi otwedi ampon kwa me ho eni ma on say Imascon for de yesi nyankopon ema mo kwatenten na afi won tom nsam sade ebeya wo tom nsam a mo banyaska na manso so matimi de ba Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye dwumakuo yi emu nansase papa ye bon wutawuro ensase papa ye jemu aboafo mu ensase papa ho nkrata asem nyinata ya register our lands commission edimu ewo mu department anase agency a one register ensase a ye from se land status registration center ewo no sansase papa yi yo ma register ediama ye no otwedi ampon kwame eto nsem a wonso atimi aba beto saasase pai bi ebusia Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ena no penso ya san aba mo nchen da obane eguso a ye bo ye no ensase papa ye ton no eno ane eguso ye sesi so ede a kyo se ensase ne de bebre e wo hono eno nti bomodian se obeba na wo ba wonso betumi anya wo seso eno de me kan se bia half plot ena wo pe say ye 1 plot ena wo pe eye 10 plot ena wo pe wo pe 32 plot said obi aba beto bi no ana empo wo pe 50 plot say 1000 plus mpo ena wo pa ni nyina ni Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ya ye krado si ade bema
Efisa yen sase no edoso pii. Ana de ba konso a ema amanfonya arehemu ane gidie wo yemu. Ya no nti wa wotie mi ene wa wo hwen ene no pay. Ye de to onim se wonsunya gidie na bra na beto yen sase papa bi ene se yen sase no apart from say ya register no yen sase amanso sem biada ene ho yen sase a woni landguard ni biada ene asem eya sase woni busuani anansa busuapani biada ene manso twen ewo ho de enti a etesa ene se mesi atu ebu ase ya register ni nyina kama ewo lands commission edimo enti yen sase no eya titles land eya registered lands ana fei de atosum yenu ene se before that sasas ni poimas conform na nanom himfo bedane ede ahye yensam ne yenso abo akire aton ede am ye customers no ne yedi kan etu hu anamo bia de wose etu enkomodie bia de wose edi wache ne etu ade bia de wose ye ewo ho no ne yedi kan aye dada sade be ya wonso ye customer wo ba beto ya sas no se oto asas ne wi a wonso so obia no mekontokwa ewo asas ne so wo bia me ye encroachment so obi bewi asas ne bia fa eno ebi ensi anabi ogusa wo ye adwuma no na landguard ni bia na so bia ba begina so ka che wo se mo asas ne ebia ehunska se yakoye sei ebia se ne woso ebia ye dia ne ama me hu na fa nkosi nda bi sadia be ya sawo haw no ebi nto ewo imas konfo ye nsase papa ye ton ni so nteno an ye to ebo ase ye hu bibi biada ansa na ye nso yaje na ya dane akira bo na nso ya ton e de amount eno nti abusia de me kan sanya gidie ene arehemu ne nsase pay bra na betobi na wo de ebra wo hwe Kessben TV ana fa wutie Kessben for me ye de nsase ni nyinata ye de gu aye Kessben TV so bra na bra behwe eno ne ye de ato we won kasa esisi won no eye ebra ye de amanfo every office edo makọ ya sase ne so ewo twopoli etubon sensase ne beba no na nipa dodo no wata na esi Africa mu ya wono mo ehwe sade ensase ne sitie sa afoi eye woni omunya agidie ne arehemu edi bi beto ase a ye de omkọ asase ne so na ye kotwa wo mo de adema wonom abusia de yeten se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited de biamba me ka kire ye adwumako sonko a ensase tomu no ye de epese ye number 1 ene se bibi bia ye bia yenim se Nyankopon ataso yi wobu nipa aten eno nti owura hope gati woso no ya asole kese bi elder wa Ghana ha no won kobu nipa emfaso won koton sase boni enkwaji sika boni ewebo ne bewiase no ni Nyankopon woso de ne ho ato no so a enumunyam kakra wonyan won kose no na fe daatian koma atemu da no so won konya atemu boni ewo Nyankopon anim eno nti sa wo ba beto Imascon asase a nese eni papa ne nsam ana oba beto asase no ede afiri ebusamene wo kasai promotion sonko eguso a ekoso na sa promotion we ye gya asase no bonu fofofo de amaw esa bra ne betobi afei ensoso ya to ni din say susu for land promotion susu for land promotion na when ye se di kanfa beto ase ni enkote asase no mo hyase yeso adwuma na kakra na aka no yema period a emuwa na watime atua ma ho atɔ na bedu brebie wonso waba bedane efiewura eno nti gie no mesi na afa yemfa prices ne baabi ansase no won ento aso na yemfa emawo ye no ma edikan no eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon for numbers me ensan and yedi djuma awo yaso ye wonu ntinu bomodi afre wopani kwantra for ni mpanu for dead man na befa no mani wadi hu enkomom abusan yensa se ye ka wansam ewo twopoli na twopoli no ye ka no ewo Greater Accra region ya emum ewo tema any dowenya kwan so shanon som any voter region me say twopoli no ewo Greater Accra region ya emum ewo tema any dowenya kwan so wota tema kakra ko anim na se wudu dowenya Dowenya eho ana Central University ewo nso ana Sagleme affordable housing ataka wansam wono nso ewo wodi free Sagleme affordable housing ekọ baabi atopoli ensase ne ewo no ekwan enwa kura just 5 minutes pe 5 minutes pe na wadru asase ne so na abusia wodru won ma wani beje asase ne da ho yantam da ho flat sade ye twa ade ato wo de hwe wo asase ne egube poso wo egube po ayase ana wo asase ne nso no edida ensuom anasa edida atechem da bi wobo no ma ya na osuo so akwakoto asase bia da atechem ye de ne enye saa na etie ehonum eye anwapra da wo hwe de onu fita asa ne enye nsuom o eye anwapudio ya eno no kyesa wo to asase ne wi a wapani kwantrefo da adwuma no owura hope wose wo mo watimode fi so onim se waba beto asase no kwado wani abere so pese osidan enti wo to asase na anwa na ewo so no na wo ankasa no wadwi na wafa na wo de asiw dan no eti de kan ye eche wanwa se dwi ne fa afedi atosunye ne yetu obura kese ewa asase ncha ya twe nsuo ede agum eno nti ensuo no nso no yesi ebia na bekọ akọpẹ bi no abrẹ sere be ya wo merentini ensuo na ya twe ede agu abure no mu ede twen wo no yesa no nso sane free ya nye wo kapre ana dama e ho enti ya chew anwea ni yesa chew ensuo no na ebo no so yasa ate so ede abafom ede amam na de yetensa busia wudu ya asase ne so a ewonom amanfom potiti area honom dada enti ensase ne ewofie pee ya any forestum ana any etri ana face open Reverend Sam Kranchankra wababesi aso dan ho mom ya asore wo ho ana kotoka international port mpanifo nso won mababeji asase yantam we de ne nchen ebedu brebi na wote airport residential area fi se enche bia don babesi new airport city e wo ho ebusia yensas ne se edidayiem edakwa ho eno tibra ne betobi afa yensas ne tiemi onsen kransen sase bo eden nanso imas comfort ya dwenem ho ne pese yesum so pantene yese one plot no brabeje no 32,000 Ghana cedis 32,000 Ghana cedis eno an yesi di kanfa emu 8,000 Ghana cedis 8,000 Ghana cedis ebeto asem wodi 8,000 to ase busie ye de bekọ asase ne so ye kwa akoto wodi e de amam ni ama okwansa sedan na apese osi wo so se company na apese obi wo so ana ade bi apese wo ye wo so no hyase na eyem enti bra uguso a wo ye no onsa wodi 8,000 na to ase enti ebeka 24,000 Ghana cedis ewusia 24,000 cedis no eno ena yese ye de 24 months which is 2 years muya enfie mienu mu an yedi si wo ni aspede ediama se busumi bia no now the 1,000 Ghana cedis aba 1,000 Ghana cedis aba kopim say 2 years ne beso now 24,000 so nyame yedi atom na watimi atua wie afa wonsa wo pe half plot no ye ni wabro ye mo atimoden wura hope so osum nyame wadwe nipa wonte no eno nso brabeje no 16,000 Ghana cedis 16,000 Ghana cedis eno nso wose wankasa fa ni nyina abra nsu otofo den eno ntidi kanfa emu 4,000 Ghana cedis 4,000 Ghana cedis beto asiem eno nso de beto asia ye de bekọ asase no so ye kwa akotwa wo de amao ye ma okwansa sasiem na ye de opese wo ye nyinata e wo so na bra ogu sa wo ye so adwuma no onse ebeka 12,000 ebisa 4,000 ade to asiem minia 12,000 ebeka no eno nso so ye se ye de bosoma akomako edum ye no which is 1 year abusia half plot no what the 4,000 to us 1 year when they did so on your spread yama sem the akani chan kakra and a one plot then 8,000 ade to us 24,000 can so 2 years mu and ye dey to ediamon tabusiam me did say we do bia no ton sa so Ghana ha you be sad we diamond just say mascon the entire ye we nsm ye dey say no bia no competition ye dwe nipa ho and ye pese ye boa aban sad ye be ya e dan once me to de bia so iri fan kofa no boa aban ti so no sa wo hanto betime twentenom susu for land promotion no wo bia ka ho abedum fo betime de mo ahyem wo bi biata na so aba betobi abusia ye be sorry so akọ your office ni mascon for your office no e was Printers Road Community 18 Junction. You must call your office me say it was Printers Road Community 18 Junction. Yani Allied Filling Station walk on so ena edi enhwanimum na yesa ben KFC baby a yeton eye aduane no ewusan yensas ne yadwe so kama yi akwanya de atontam eno ntibra eye titles land esa service plot kama di nti die number si ne ensori so na yenko de twato eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited and Sasi Papa any Adam Papa yes ye fie no bra ne betobi na bibia de na komunyankopon won hira pa.
Yada say Imascon any normal AD and come on check with your time is 2 minutes to the hour or the top of the hour 9 a.m. Meaning Kojo Preko Dankwah me call Ziga ho Nana Frimpong. Nana Frimpong na on time but Nana Frimpong I will fear Hanum. The very first I think need you know Mr. V Festus and I'm Mr. V Festus and I'm safe you know.
Nice,
nice. Now, and your man, the lawyer, what hey dear. Abronya, Abronya, dear, no so. Abronya, I see it. Maybe be all the emphasis here.
Yeah, better now, but Yawabi. Okay. Now, law, I'm enjoying him.
Okay.
Madam, Gloria Kufu.
Yeah.
Gloria Kufu. No, ya Attorney General. And a Gamro issue by. It's Gamro issue by. Be any say Ura Rex or back. Or ye die hard NDC. That's an MPP in our power. Then they went to Madame Gloria Kufu near in the office. What would think come on? Then some of the guys are no omu opposi Rexoma. Bako shout to say, "Hi, madam. Sa branche we na se Nana Akufo-Addo ntimi nya president." Nana Akufo, they wanted to create impression. Say Rexoma is an NDC person. Enti ye revoking a for licenses. Gamro licenses. Ye shoot two or more down. The woman shouted the guy, say, "Hey, pasa kawanu tuwa. Ayenka politics. Ye ka law. Me ye lawyer. Se sebe mo koto o maduma so amemo makwa akoto so ne de obeka no aha enye politics wa. It is on record who one corrects I bisa. See how brilliantly and beautifully lawyer education on the mai. Sa na esenke ye e this country. I was enjoying the normal metro na nya me points and some all kana metro na me sua bibi de afri. The American what I say. This is how it ought to be. See you in a country now. But you see, politics in this country, you are not careful. By the next 30 years, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to leave be anything to the Nchima to store for the future. We are not leaving anything home. We are not taking anything home to store for the future. You do me, I do you politics in this country. Okwaka, you be branded NDC. Okwaka, you be branded NPP. But the fact is fact. We are not learning anything because no more you too good radio so yamba politics that kata you need too much. It is adiani ye papa cry ehunu say ye boni ehunu because politician wa ese kodem rani ye aduma no. Politician wa what church no man. They are thinking they want to score a political points for the future election. They don't think about upe bibiesua na dachi what me akache unchirima so or saboni bia they refrain from it. No. They don't think about that. They think about next election. You asked a brilliant question. You say, "Umay, I didn't think you say I didn't secret." Now, what the Bible thing? Yes. All what Madame Tokono is doing is to have sympathy in the eyes of the people. That's how I decree. Because Cecilia baby what do Cecilia onim se obeko. I'm telling you, she knows perfectly where say definitely obeko. So as a sort of fighting system, no, for future, it's just trying to be, have a sympathy to look good in the eyes of the people, because the government started it. The government started it. Who read the a year Article 146 year e kan wase. Lawyer mu kama clause 6 no, or say all proceedings under this article shall be held in camera, and the justice or chairman against whom the petition is made is entitled to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert of his choice. Bibia omu ye bia no should held in camera. They said the lawyer mu kama. How to remove EC boss? What kind the establishment of EC no? To remove EC boss was see in the reference to Article 146. It didn't even say Article 146, but see in the reference to removal of justice of superior courts. And the chairman of a regional tribunal. It means that is referring to Article 146. The same procedure. So the same procedure now comes to the clause 8 now, or say everything should be in camera. Just say charges here, the bubble, as I say, be in camera. It's between you and I. You establishing the prima facie case no about what should be in camera. If for the Edumombe, you face a council of state there, president there, on and on and on. But Madam Charlotte said, one of the Supreme Court now, everything should have been in camera. And I can't charges no, and I buy no simply refer the matter also to Yoko. Just by me can you Sadima Yoko. So the Supreme Court wouldn't be able to establish the prima facie case no publicly. So the BJ said the bear and confronted the ekoso. You be once you remove mammy no. It one tears ya no the court near Betty charges ya diabono. It ya buy no who say the Supreme Court no 8 me for charges nema. Nan confirm beka say and your mammy when was supervisor me a winning election. While na Kufuad we winning election. No mammy why a day. In order for the woman to look bad in the eyes of the people, no? Charges near diabono. And nobody come out Yoko. But we say Yoko so there. One year Supreme Court obetimi a publication. And the Yoko for publishing the procurement breaches mamena ye. 500 million or Jaco says the Jaco is a money, all this stuff. So, one but the Barbontino, then let's just say, you bet me at discuss it, me boy. You bet me a kawasem, and then go for super, Madame Charlotte say, and man look bad in the eyes of the people. It is who ye Charlotte say, Obi Ankasa. Now listen, this case, the same thing, and about we susu Madame Tukuro. You be say, I will say, tell mama establish the prima facie BBA. And you then charges never about it. We are told, say, President Mahama, you know, the man, Madame Tukuro. President Mahama is very clever person. On number charges nina. Send your buy a barbonti, a who say my men a dear barbonti. But another one came out, and we also saw say it was not numbered. It means that somebody also rewrite everything, retype everything, and what the barbonti. Was that Madame Tukono or who? Okay. In any case, Kevin Taylor was the first person and what Casadin was charges. Who gave you that charges? Same Jamfi, Miaka Same brother, stood at Asampa FM. Jamaican watch I say, and what cut charges? No beyond that. No beyond that. Who gave him that charges? Who leaked it to him? And to my many friends, okay. Jamodia Charlotte Senu, a bin a mode yame. More person will paint me, and mammy look bad in the eyes of the people. May they one way to coin me and say, send your buyer, you remove me a gun of one cashew. Okay, that is the case. Let me also come out. That is what the woman is doing. He just want to fight the system, so best say no more. He doesn't care. He has nothing to lose. That's why he doesn't want to resign. She doesn't want to resign. She has nothing to lose. Or resign this year, you will lose a lot of stuff. But when resign here, we remove the crown. The gratitude didn't know maybe the SSN and Saka. they make a watch say. But the fact of the matter is say, what trap the cra and no me wom and the question can you say? When I took something from it. The woman is a chief justice, former chief or a lawyer, and when the article 146 clause 8 no come wasam say everything should be held in camera. And then I be a press conference. And then I be a press conference. I do you, you do me. I do you, you do me. You can't say cry. You do me, I do you. At the end, you open fight. Some person will expose me. A man go for good and you must say that. Then will also come out. And you ain't in a young court. That is what is happening. Eti ye dimisa weba about weba no abeway about weba no abeway. We are not taking anything home to store for the future. And one say politics no nanka adia ye judges lawyers say ya dia she dia lawyer kai she lawyer cheche mi na me ene na me twotwa me ko hwe yi eti dia lawyers say ya dia me ko dro ba me ma nya me press conference. Me call draw by me, my ya farm abontia. And yet, then a lawyer said, dear babontia. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. We are living on the edge in this country. It is time that we tell the politicians that what ought to be done. With no fear of favor. And yet,
Banko, one lawyer wa here, Abronya dear no, and next time I be the home come, no mamonko, me here my drink because Kwame Bafo. Atro and Krata, what to be papa. I'm on your my JFK. What to be? I'm at the new patriotic party. Muhe, Zana the said, yeah. You be the home come on. But my men call na mene imboost. Heba mixed a new come on. Me bape na ye de abronya dear no, aba making kind Kratano. Amamo, making kind Kratano. Amam, we say, and someone won't Krata anymore, Hano. Hey, Abronye, what can some wo? What can some?
Amansan for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Paul Amantem, what's see the can for?
Yanko, Imbus. Let's see for me, Ben. Day. I didn't see for me. We are not there, but any come on. Imbus, then all my.
Yo, Mr. Preko Medasi. I was your phone and operates here. Then your couple once is all day at Chaye. Now, face here, then Charleston con every sharp herbs. Dr. Steven Yako Sharp, officer, way and tem. Now, boy, my immune system in your home, mapa. Also, a child be biara or Chaye. No one 80 na. And open so, Yawa Hasia, the Apomodin como ebro. Every sharp herbs. Unim say sharp herbs, the Oti and Cassia and Apomodin coin. It's and say, Nisu Adihunupan, say, the Apomodin mapa. Obi biara e wona boboa no enu nti no ye tena ase ye hwehwemu hwe de nipadua ne hia de Ghana man ehia de twase ye bo ban yie de twase ye pagya na ho odin mu na boa ye me etumi ekuti anyarewa boa ye me etimi boa ye ho ban free nyarewa ho se de be ye nipa yare a onum no bebre na ensan so ense ni nipadua ene ye di immune system supporter edamufu abako pe eyi ne ho asi nchen na ne dwuma so so ye soronko kra na edamufu a ewo Ghana hasi a enunkuto ni edura edi kan pie ya eye hahama ni nubredura ye de support yen immune system FDA for agiatum tech for so ahwehwema hu se no kwasem ni eduro no eye pa anopa mema obi anom Ura Herbal Shop. License chemical shop pharmacy bia mu no ubenya biato. Ebo no so de eda form boko a obi atumi tobi. Afei so ne nom no enye ya ema kra ye kra se yesura do nom kra no. Yetimi nom sanse ya na nam kra se be ma na nom aduro anwu no. Ba aduro we de ema ne mema nyina etimi nom atese ne nom no eda boko. Metina sisi a ya metufo. Sema imbustable mixture enye first aid. Fasi ufie, fasi u office, fasi baby a wotatena honom. Esan se yare betimi abompofiri mu. Yare betimi aba ewo chese nipadua ne de. Wontimi predict de betimi atonom ritia wa bi mu. Eno ntini ma imboost men. Ebra yare bi a che mpofiri mu pa wo ye ho hwie nyeye no. Fa wo imboost ne nenom. ebra ya riachi obi anajo na mutese muye no hwia enye ya mabo na bomo ede ne kwa hospital no momma ne imboost nom kransa na moduru honom obeduru ho no bo se nani bete na doctor atumi ene na edi nkomo enye nu nko ana imboostable mixture eboa ye ya na se nye sa kwan no so nko ana eboa ye na emom ye dada dura ye nom ede boost immune system ye di peja nkwamwa na hoden se de be ye nipadua no betimi enya apomode mapa se de be ye nipadua no betimi abɔ no ho ba free nyarewa ho se de be ye nipadua no yare ba mu a enche na be free adi akontem na nipadua no enya asomdue ni apomoden medafo imboost de ma nya immune system no na kochem me try say police ni na duro no ma nya immune system no na kochem esanse nunkuto ena boa immune system na hoden e ma ni tumi gira na na mo so pa numbers ya didi juma se bia person of Dr. Stephen Nyako Sharp sa asem bi kire wadwe se wano maduro ni bi na what testimony bi no bomoden na for numbers yi eno aso na se gu screen so no eye 0246 20 84 96 0246 20 84 96 and 0261 388 149 0261 388 149 Dr. Stephen Nyako Sharp se freno na ene no embo nkomo medofo awutie me hye nso se sharp herbs ye dura dia badwa so eye ba akopɛ eye immune system support esanse no pa na nipadua ni ehia eno nti imboostable mixture nkuto ni adura police ni no aye se yemfa mmoa ye immune system no na eno no udi boost immune system ni wie na se bia also bi woni nipadua ni mu a etimi boa ma odi so nkunim se diabetes e woni nipadua ni mu a etimi boa ma okudi diabetes ni so nkunim se post stroke na ebo kokko o pressure no ena normal e bia atiaba from pa ana page ni mu kosora ekofo how bi dia brewo doctor de wato aduro so se aduro no emmoa na nso so ano mfama se de be ya enku ntam no unum imboostable mixture na ebeboa o pa am watimi ako edisa no mani nyina esu nkunim eno ti se bia wonsa ene ono aye titiriti waposo tayo ya pa unum imboostable mixture ne pe obon se na wudi adanse medical culture say Dr. Stephen Nyako Sharp anfa haban baako eno anfa dubra baako eno anfa nua hini baako ene ebu omu ye aduro no na emom no ohwede obia no bia ebeboa no se peja immune system ni wi a na se yare bia hinta tokro mu ba bia etumi awura ho na aboaboa sa nyarewa ni nyina no na de akogu afia so de amaw eno nti imboostable mixture no yaye ne baako pe eduro bia akadem eduro bia nka ho ura herbal shop pharmacy bia mu a wo se wo hwehwe police ni na dura waye a ehye green and white box mu a metro man da ho apagya dade eduro ye ba ya chepa enye sika dodo ne hia Dr. Stephen Nyako Sharp wose be ya abenya pomde mapanti waye die nipadua ni hia ene de ama wo medical kan cho se okobroni krom a o vaccine e de boost ni immune system ye bibrem ha o my Ghana mu de ne ye wo nubna ye wo hahama ye wo nuanhini eno na ye hwe enum abo ye nipadua no na timi boost immune system no eno ti na Dr. Stephen Nyako Sharp aye imboostable mixture post ni na duro no se no ye num na fam boost immune system ebi a wura pharmacy bi no ase o mediasa o chena na medi bi beba ntigiwe ya enye ko baby foforo esan say imboost content no e different ni bibia e different che say eduro no onuma adwuma eye wo nipadua nim no e danso kra se pan so obi si miti dwame pam ntumi nya me ho hwe obenum aduro no obeda obesore no ubon se na ekọ malaria na tache wontantem so obenum aduro na obesore abedidi ubon se na bibia adeda na akwan mu oba se me menses na emaye oba se bibia be hyem se bi se bi me abdomen ma ya se ho saa enu nti me de mensa kan miti pain pa num imboost herbal mixture police ni na duro num ebeboa wo sa kwan no so papa imboost herbal mixture de ya to apeten Ghana hafa na babia eno nende ejomfo ma enum a se o magai painkillers enum eno na medicine fo no mu a omonto painkiller biem esan se painkillers bebre no etimi ha ye pa but imboost herbal mixture police ni na ya wode nubra ne hahama na ye ne de eno onum a eni wo ha obia yankasa yen hahama yan yankasa ye no bna yankasa nua hina eni ohaw bia nyankopon ahye se yemfa nsa ye ho yare no eno na police ni no ede aye imboost herbal mixture ekura phytochemical compound ahodo bebre eno nti ebia so odwuma edi ekura bibi te se carotenoids sa carotenoids ya american say udi carrot a obetime anya bi wo mu na se ekoni padua ni mu a ebo ho ban free cancer ho pa eno nti se oye obi a o cancer na wo no maduro na eboa wo medofo awutie me fa numbers ni biem eye 0246 20 84 96 0246 20 84 96 and 0261 388 149 0261 388 149 eno eye numbers a ofre ye medofo ye boye immune system ho ban se ye pese immune system ni nya hoden mapanti metufu se ya anum nso ntentem so ate ya mentena se mesu komu ni ubebre obi wo hono obetimi abakrom the whole day sika ebia 50 pesos ana se 2 discourse de to nsu anom no eye ne ya medofo se wo ma wo nipadua no ensuo free mu ana se wo anum nso tentem so a etimi wi ewiki wo immune system nkwamo na ye kan wasem no ebetimi ama na ho odin akofom afen so so odi nwusie ehe nipa ni bebre sa wo na wo twe ana obi na etwe no eno so betimi awiki immune system ne pa uyo obi a onom nsadin bebre menka se onom nsade me say uyo obi a onom nsadin bebre eno nti na akokokra ya say drink responsibly eno nti no se wonom ni bebre a ebetimi akofo how e de abre wo immune system no se uyo obi a wo stress wo hu bebre wo bre bebre onje wa home eno so betimi ama wo immune system no aye weak na afesu se wudidi no aduane ndie no eye one way unni fruit unni vegetables aye one way de bia bia banku ni mekonko a eno so anado kro ni mekonko ebi kra fish kra mfa bi nka ho a eno so betimi awikiw immune system no ye pese ye boye immune system no ho ban e ma no tumi nya ahoden esan se immune system no wa ahoden a yare enya nika woni padua nim immune system no wa ahoden a se wo yare na akọ hospital pa doctor ma wadura eduro ni timi ye adwuma yie se immune system ni ye ka o yare no eka nipadua no so na kwasesa yare ahodo bebre eno nti obi be ko hospital nipa ba akofo ye be ye ne test anase ye be diagnose no awie no na ne report na results be ba no nipa ba akofo no yare be nsia eno nti wa se doctor so sisa ho nro nyina de ma wo de ba fie ebia so side effect e kofa de abrewo eno nti mum ye nyina ye momoen na ye boost immune system no ye fa police ni na duro no imboostable mixture no ye fa kenya nkwamo na ho na ye immune system no enya adwuma so ni nyina emfama ye medafo adu papa upe bi atu aton a wa akra ha say okọ kan shi drug lane herbal shops akese ne nketu e wo ho nyina pharmacy e wo ho bia ebi e wo honom nkokọ pharmacy nyina imboost ho koforidia pharmacy ne herbal shops e wo ho nyina ebi wo honom takrade any regions aka yentumi bubodin ebre nti Kumase northern region ebuno hafo region be bia imboostable mixture posi ni na duro no ya to apeti eye wa pomdin tia ene ama bo na gina faako eti ko hwe bi tonom na emwa wo numbers no eye 0246 20 84 96 0246 20 84 96 ana 0261 388 149 0261 388 149 Shannon so said drone eye ba kope eye imboost herbal mixture and your son man say opo sinunu edro no yada masini tie ne hwe Yakopon shamu pi Mr Preko
medase pa imboost police ne drone ne no edi enkomo no 21 minutes past the hour of 9 eguso awa hanoma yedi enkomo now you shifting gia no akọ eye lawyer hobium na fe yedi enkomo afa eye one or two issues one say jana kwan but of course iga so wa hanoma ye ba bedi enkomo you know no so bedi bi na yakọ ye name la my main bra politics na fe me share what is really transpiring aspirants in nyina no yenya ntie say on the 3rd of July right ombe shia paying for na omino mwedi nkomo yesterday I think I saw a Omampenyi Dadakofo and Hackman no mama Kenya. I think there was a program that omoko di hun komo omoko ye ho ya omode nsem bebre na no atudwa tribal politics ne dia kanya. Of course aspirants no mo yo muti no bebre na, but I'm sure there are more to even show up say on Babedi. But yen sheken e Japan the chances of winning, yen share the strength in case just opposed to what others in the war and all that. What would be the unique selling point? Emma Ken, should we say yeah, she share nature kwan yeah to Obama no onu no bedi enimu MPP enimu no mo fankokon election 2028. And what would be the selling point for him?
We are some situation bia ne problem bia ene adia ye de so ano and this we can say na issue so ano your GSS in secondary school social studies na say your answers bia question bia e bebusa bia no with me the answer na actually chemu
yeah
ene a low per capita income na e bi ne unemployment o say that you did go so akwa this they only bear 5 bia question be ebusa bia out in the year no but share leadership sabio situation bia ne the kind of leader that you need.
Okay.
Time bia and the kind of leader that you need. Moments bia and the kind of leader that you need. And maybe wha uhia leader bia sabi ojoboko. And maybe wha uhia leader bia ne near dia ultimately some change eba. And maybe wha uhia leader bia because of certain past you know or some calm demeanor ultimately be stabilizing your man. To say we are here South Africa at the time Nelson Mandela buy na that time no, especially as the first black president of South Africa anytime I brought a lot of issues and my transition for it is someone no bit my back calming the waters of the rising tensions in the country. Now it best set up a vision for the future of the country. Nelson Mandela was the right leader for the country at that time. As I say, no Ghana how my we more problem kesi the problems ni na no ne kesi pa ne sa amanfo ni adwuma yo krom ha ya kohwe national security report. The biggest threat to our national security as a country is unemployment. Me am example me nyini bi me university be 10 years ago. Now my colleagues be bra me no me university up to now e bi ni adwuma.
It's true.
Me wo no be attest me ko bi adwuma ebo sometimes we na okra no eyo moboba me so nyese bi asabi o me ni me wonjuma bi e fa ni pa ka betimi nipa kakra e betimi connect omo abo omo ne ade ni etimi bo omo me cousin pay ni bi ono kwado e be 8 years older than me maybe no US or friends say na down for bi ostremia na ya na jack ono ana ama ono so ye adwuma kakra no asele kakra be na down for no adan ya since omo wie school about 18 years ago Sabio na down for no onya adwuma papa onim so a stable job da e wo mu a SBI national health insurance for e be omo year registration bi here nipa for 2 weeks no akoye kakra ya man kakra no kana sike bi but say the adwuma pa ni say the adwuma ni asabi or dress ko adwuma e ba no onye onzo akọ school aye na bibia kama see that is the number one problem on my new face and any problem your problems ni na ne kese pa I don't know even the economic issues ni ade no Sabio, say nyoma boy den. Now you adwuma kwa na nya kakra obotomu a. E mo din yo about me e manage na kakra. Na say obi oni adwuma kra na nyoma boy den na che say obi kwa na be boa kra npa kwa mo akọ dem an kwa so san bete. Nti e no the biggest issue I face. Na hwe politicians all Ghana hang na they are no etima demonstrate say wetin creating njuma amaye. On our working in Japan. Individual, as an individual, we're creating, as of the last counts, 7,350 jobs.
Wow.
In fact, I say be some factory be a steel plants. Our tema, me am a and steel plants, no. The can say once a steel plant, it takes a lot of energy, electricity. It's easy for it to mean supply. There's only grid crew for the partner a supply. once I multi try electricity need to or share operations because factory in there everything is done. Or show operations at Sayano. He needs 1,000 people to come. So by the end of the year, none back for. Why employ over 8,350? It because I was a baby across Anki Kahon. Now, oh here Obia, only in DBC, no understanding be say ya. So, what do mine resources in our sharing in some more? Say nipa no kwaya ankra anko nipa individual akra no the way to my any so the timid your minor resources in action in some more obetime bia ndwuma kese among Ghana for eden enye bia ye now only din komo a obia he looks more at helping the private sector na it mean the conditions are be my private sector ankra for no it mean abomo amomo nyina mo so say eden it ma set up ndwuma sustainable jobs are ebe mama for enye bi because so hwa aban adwuma de bia say bi obi a pese okoya aban adwuma but aban how many people can aban employ sustainably no crane ni na aka ho na me one of my specialization your trade and sovereign debt
okay
na Ghana ha bi you see your IMF your IMF ISU IMF ya yakoi ya freeze employment aden aban no ntimi produce generate enough income. But they be a pressure or buying so by employer man for. Into space, whole space, new whole just a buy for say employer man for it. A buy si kakra when you say kwadi emputu juma no. No say ni twani paka. But say a buy it me focus say ankra for so be taken in Japan. On one ho deal with me dey 8,350. A buy it me so be say asen kasa buy say e boa ma we be enjuma ni be aka ho a. E be ono kwa betima employ 50,000. That is his strategy and said you see who say obetimi dey abo man no okay na situation na Ghana for you wom sisi ade such a visionary person a enjuma bie ene enjuma Ghana for benye bia ye eda na akoma so ene hia two Ghana for say ya bre the politics as usual so they be a politician bia ba kasa de na insempi na o yebe say by a bar who's papa about so the promises during the campaign period no different from say the power amount the promises be brave it is sometimes no yana amount for say Ghana for manifesto be manifesto and to some large extent no everyone me to say because manifesto you in Bakobe can brofo kesi obeken obakra onye nti eno kwa na ne o hwe so to abakra na enye se bi ya being objective say we anyway no about because obakra onye it is ye hia obi a Ghana fo nyina agitum say we do ene kwafo because oni bakra no kwa ne integrity ene ebe ma Ghana fo ehun say we die o kan asema ana o se ayeden oye say ye ti hei ebi a na ebi azega unim no ziga catch us say about $2 million so unjini ndia no ka say bia we say o $2 million in the china anopa shem kufodia shami 30 minutes pa ho amema obi na bia me so ma catch us say me me mema 50,000 cedis usu shami 8 or 10 30 minutes pa ho a me fa ma obi so unji ziga ndia na me na ajimi dia me dia na ababeji even though me dia ni so aden if say we dia unim say osia oye we ne bia nim say okwa enkosi hwe nti say Ghana for airport obi a oka no kre na asem bia da ho a oka no say the city you know the airport obi oka no kre sebe ono an party kre ya de anya obebie na no ka de bakra ya de anya obebie na no aka any ono aboke in Japan
okay all right me basika honum, but I'll say I am Reverend Osei Wusu Sadiq, no, or Sadrak. Yes, that's the name. From Sunyane. I'll say, lawyer, God bless you for saying the truth. The fact is now Ghana need Kennedy Japan. He will create job for us, and our problem is we don't like the one who will tell you the truth on your face. Kennedy is ordained by God to save us. Ziga, let me be lawyer. Ne trump cards for Canada Japan and when Mariti Ebiama and the jobs and all that we a honwo na febra abronye mame why na me lawyer house ni enfa abronye nto aso
yes say
Ken
me medical catch nkofo say kudua kwanya offer so handle NPP matters no is super because udu level bia so wanye careful obe collapse party no say onu kwa nipa party ni tuaneka as administrator of the party a general secretary day in a day out office adwuma na no on na ye ti party ni BBS ni na so it is a or the caution ba bonten say e ma presidential aspirant bia enkoye campaign na we are not in political season the time no so na si bie tuma obetima e campaign na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekoka say ye de kofo ko twice na do Dankwah kufu adoko twice one can't tell kofo say enfa no twice but wo ye logical hu ni say asem na wo ka person kire say ye enfa no so twice enya campaign why no yes why campaign but could you ntimi sanction say nipa baby ya do sisia if you make an attempt we betimi collapse party ma sanction Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what disadvantage no and now a compare Kojo Japan is also somewhere campaigning vigorously. It is clear videos, actualities, everything all over. What to me is sanction and I say suspend or punish a compare Kojo Japan. You get me? It's a true maybe a so apply native wisdom fianya sanadi ato no why. But abroad the idea I'm expecting the party to suspend this guy and I say to react to Adiana or the ababonte.
The statement
not the ababonte. Because who can statement no airtime? It doesn't look like somebody who is ready to cooperate with the party. It doesn't look like somebody or person assumed at the party. What kind of party in the constitution? Article 4, clause 7. And here was say a complaint shall involve an allegation that any of the following acts of misconduct relate to a member or talk 7 talks about the grievances punishment disciplinary now kind to now or say violent, dangerous and intimidatory conduct against another member say no be violently so we would do who said ubibu abronye this ade na wo ebi no de owura Canada Japan de make what I say yes you know what also unim enoma unim na woka wo ye wo campaign but baby a wo kono tie you yeah a NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia he wouldn't sanction ade na wo Dr. Bawumia that I know wo ya man kofa kwakasa o da hihye wachi tie you Dr. Bawumia say election na ye di ka koye no and someone kofo bi kwakeka fa ye ho yankase keka di tia ye ho eno na NDC for boy e di be win election. Today you have started the same thing. We have about 7 aspirants. Adenti the nipa ba akofo da wuji no enkwa na wo sopa no de bia. That is where my problem is. Eno na kodua person ya avoid this ade no. They make an watch say o kan ebiemu a IV was say breach of the duty to uphold publicly party policies. What is the party policies? The party policy they say, you see, a more beer and cast and bonnet and fan fan young a more beer and started campaign beer, a bed denigrating in Nipa. And now, yes, sudden, you are public, you are party officer. The American watcher say, you are party officer. And they want to avoid and uphold what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said. Say, and some ya kekade fire who ya hono and na ma NDC for gina so educated ya do opposition today Canada compare Kojo Japan is a potential winner a flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a potential flag bearer it won't kasadi we say so kowinia what will be your next step is that you are waiting for 2032 so as for this one all day o can add any ni na or there that's just you could be after could just should crack the whip so crack the whip now obia better na say the American watcher say per this day obia better na say and to ask for this one day just the could just should crack the whip no crack the whip no I'll call it si o timi crack the whip ne so be from ni na ofra wa Muhammad tieniye ofra wa Muhammad won pro usu bempa aboa papon wofra no ne nkasa awa Muhammad usu bempa aboa papon omunam omo sopa the candidate including lawyer Apiakubi and the Apiakubi all right ono so omo ne nkasa
mate
lawyer and the Apiakubi
lawyer you call quick one maybe a minute on Abronya maybe be so can be fan ho yeah just a quick one na your time
Abronya ne mana o ye ke kan de bia nse makesia sebe huni mfaso akeka no I think it's high time a party no it's me cracking the whip as the guy is saying because what Abronya you see I refer to this disciplinary committee I saying we can't say disciplinary committee now sure now you publicly challenge the authority of the General Secretary, who is clearly acting within his legal mandate or his mandate as General Secretary, to refer to the disciplinary committee. I can't say dinner tembasa say dia nenye. But Mr. Media, Minister Yama for be trash, but Meka. No can say the abo any who is it going to benefit? And why is that person not showing the leadership to call him to order? Can the Japan I say many say I'm supporting it here. Okay, maybe I want me as by Alestete. I can say, oh, on the year want me say. Within 4 hours, Mark Kennedy himself had come out openly to condemn what Alestete did. As I can say, even the team no cry no. Obama na actually change so kakra in relation to the role of the man to support him. Time there was another journalist at the 2 Mary Finidi no. Also ko kan Dr. Baomi ahwasem. Ehona na Kennedy Pam no Finidi 2. Say yes say na year party no. I think that is leadership. Okay. But so a leader now obi di udin and odin munti obi kwakeka obi ho asem din atem and they say say continuously for about 2 months. Okay. Now it means show leadership. And say joy no enye na onjai. Now these are not values that you believe in there. Na ya ko say because now na achenechi. And I say the oye no e o de say oye no de ye boa.
Matthias here. Me da say Ziga me da say say also join here na ye dey discussions in ba me da law lecturer Kobi Amwa da na se bebre say na oni e be di nkomo na fe ye di nkomo efa Chief Justice in common ho and afi so Abronya issues ni nyina ho. Oh yeah, obetimi quick one afi enko hwan ya.
Say miniam penyufo mienu bia miniam nam. Okay. Ba ko efe no Kingsley Amankwa ono di ne birthday on Sunday. Okay. And na Kobina to ye wa. Okay. Omo na ye owners of Pinkberry Ghana and other businesses. Omo ye omo bom homo den pa. Kobina to ye wa ne Kingsley Amankwa so we wish you a happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I had a management that Kojo Preko Dankwah. It's been nice being here. As always, it's a pleasure. I'm glad to be here with you. Watching on the paper heavily produced by Richard Apia Sapon. Danny and I face Fifi. Madam Wingina say Amos. And no more Maakye. Watching on your best next year. Good morning. Have a blessed day.